I know you felt it lately, that strange, quiet feeling you can't quite explain. It's like something inside you shifted, but nothing outside caught up yet. You wake up and the world looks the same, but you don't feel the same inside it. You're not who you used to be anymore. But you're not fully who you're becoming either. And that space in between, that's where the discomfort lives. Your thoughts feel heavier than before. Your patience feels thinner. The things that used to distract you don't work anymore. You scroll, you talk, you keep busy, but nothing really lands. There's a restlessness in your chest, a quiet tension in your body, almost like your soul is standing at the edge of something it can't name. If you feel that, stay with me. Because what you're experiencing right now is not random. Something feels off, not wrong, just unfamiliar. And that's the part that scares most people. You're not falling apart, you're not losing your mind, you're not broken, you're shedding an identity. This isn't chaos. This is a test. This isn't the beginning of your collapse. This is the final moment before your rise. What you're feeling right now is the last checkpoint, the space between who you were trained to be and who you were always meant to become. And right here, life pauses to watch what you'll choose. Will you retreat back into the comfort of your old self? Or will you step forward into the unfamiliar strength of your new one? This is not happening to you, it's happening for you. You've outgrown your former self. That's why the old habits feel empty now. That's why the routines that once kept you safe feel suffocating. That's why the people who used to feel like home now feel distant. Nothing is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just no longer vibrating at the same level. Old patterns don't fit because they can't hold who you're becoming. And this is where most people fail. They mistake discomfort for danger. They confuse unfamiliarity with failure. So they go back. They go back to what drains them. They go back to who they've already outgrown. They go back because at least the pain is familiar. But you didn't come this far to return to what broke you. This strange season, the quiet one, the confusing one, the lonely one, is not punishment. It's preparation. Right now, the universe isn't asking you to move faster. It's asking you to stand straighter. Because abundance doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to alignment. And alignment requires something most people resist: the death of the old version of you. That version who survived. That version who settled. That version who stayed quiet to stay safe. That version has completed its role. And yes, death sounds dramatic. But this is not destruction. This is initiation. You are being refined. Every moment you felt misunderstood. Every night you cried in silence. Every prayer that felt unanswered. Every delay that made you doubt yourself. None of it was wasted. You weren't being ignored. You were being shaped. Because abundance that arrives too early becomes destruction. But abundance that arrives after discipline becomes destiny. That's why it took time. That's why it demanded patience. That's why it required isolation. What's coming next doesn't just need a receiver, it needs a container. And you are becoming strong enough to hold it. Right now, God is not distant. The universe is not silent. You are being watched more closely than ever before. Not in judgment, but in protection. You're being guarded from stepping backward. You're being quietly pushed forward. You'll notice the test in small moments. It shows up as the urge to give up, the temptation to text people who drained you, the voice that whispers, maybe this isn't for you, the tiredness that says, just settle. This is good enough, and this is where the door opens. Not when it gets easier, but when you choose to move forward anyway. Do it scared, do it tired, do it trembling, but do not retreat. As long as you keep moving forward, abundance cannot miss you. Because the universe only tests those who are close. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't feel this tension. If you weren't aligned, you wouldn't feel this pressure. If you weren't chosen, you wouldn't feel this stretch. This pressure is proof. The old you is no longer available. That version has expired. outgrown, completed. It served its purpose. It protected you when you didn't yet know your strength. It carried you through seasons you never thought you'd survive. But it was never meant to be permanent. You are not the person you were earlier this year. You are not the soul who settled to feel safe. You are not the version that stayed quiet just to belong. You are not the one who merely survived. You are becoming the one who receives, the one who can hold peace without sabotaging it, the one who can receive abundance without fear of losing it, not because you forced it, not because you chased it, not because you proved yourself to anyone, but because you learned how to stand when nothing around you was certain. If something feels like it's breaking, it might be the shell cracking from the inside. If you feel lonely, it might be separation before elevation, a clearing, a necessary distance from what could not follow you forward. If you feel exhausted, it might be the last breath before your sprint, not the end of your strength, but the transition from endurance to momentum. This is not your breaking point. This is your confirmation. There is a version of you already walking in the peace you've been praying for. A version of you that no longer questions their worth in silence. There is a version of you already standing in the provision you've been waiting for, able to sustain it without shrinking. And the only thing separating you from that life is your willingness to let the old you die without dragging its fears into the future. You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You don't need validation from people who only knew your past. You only need obedience to what your soul already knows. But your fear keeps delaying. If you've made it this far, you are ready. Ready doesn't mean fearless. It means willing. You are being led. You are protected. You are chosen, not above others, but for this specific path that requires courage. And abundance is not coming to you as something external you must chase. It's coming through you as something you've become aligned to carry. Now anchor this moment. Don't let it pass like another realization you felt but didn't claim. Go to the comments and write this declaration. I release the old me, and I receive what's meant for me. Write it slowly. Write it honestly. Write it like a contract with your future self. And before you go, share this with someone who's also standing at their breaking point. Someone who feels strange, tired, lost, unsure. Someone who doesn't realize yet that this discomfort is sacred. Because this isn't just your moment, it's theirs too. You were strong enough to get here, stronger than you think, more prepared than you feel. Now step forward.